You are then able to, and I love this phrase, I'm going to use this forever, the transfer of emotions. You're able to get someone to understand what it is you're speaking about. Some people will listen to you. Some people will listen to you and know exactly what you're saying, but if they don't feel it from you, if it's not attention grabbing, they're not going to jump in. First, it started as a compliment to me, and then it became a we can't figure it out. The difference is, and what you're awesome at, and I mean that, and I hope people view me in the same way if they started viewing me like you said, but for you for sure, is that you're authentic about it, right? There are people who draw attention, and they're doing it strictly for attention's sake, or they're drawing a lot of negative attention, which is attention nonetheless. I won't even get political, but we could probably name a couple people. Your authenticity in the attention is accurate, and there's a big difference. And because of that, you are then able to, and I love this phrase, I'm going to use this forever, the transfer of emotions. I mean, you're able to now relate. You're able to get someone to understand what it is you're speaking about. Some people will listen to you. Some people will listen to you and know exactly what you're saying, but if they don't feel it from you, if it's not attention grabbing, they're not going to jump in. So the fact that you started as a school teacher is probably, you probably had talk about fitting. You like to lead people and transfer emotions and be the center of attention. I mean, gosh dang,
Yeah.
So those are all unbelievably positive skills. So I wouldn't sell yourself short on that either, man.
I think that's always the goal, right? And it's easy.
Question.
It's easy, Chris, to see through people that are not authentic. And again, the good thing about me is I've always been that way, right? Like if Ryan is always going to be the loudest guy around, right? That's who I am. I'm loud. I talk loud. I talk with my hands and do a lot of things. And and I'd like to think that if you see me on a Tuesday and you see me on a Saturday, it's all the same guy. Trying to be that way, and if I don't, shame on me. But the other thing that is super important to me is that whether I'm a W-2 employee or own my own business, is that I'm all in, right? Like that's the ticket, right? Like I'm all in. Like I run or operate every business that I'm a part of as if it's my own. And the only time that doesn't bode well is when the things that you can see need change fall on deaf ears or don't get done, right? And I think honestly, like that's why, I went from, that's why I was interested in this role, right? It's like the role I was in, I had so many ideas that I couldn't get it done, right? They were very slow to change, and nothing against them, but that's just how the business operated. But I'm all in, right? And so when I make a decision, it's based on the fact that if I am writing the checks, but I'm not signing them, right? But if I was, I'd make the same decisions, right? That it's no different. And I probably lose more sleep than the owner does, quite frankly. And that's not a knock on them. That's me. That's how I operate. And it's gotten me in trouble because when I was in sales, when I had 10 stores and I was in sales, it never stopped, right? And it was a tough balance for my family because it never stopped. And I drove hard, but that's just me, right? And I think that maybe is something that sets me apart, is that I don't separate the fact that I just punch in and punch out. Like the day never ends for me, and I'm doing my best to find a balance in that. And I don't know that that's unique to me, right? I think a lot of people have that, but I don't know that you really get to experience it if you haven't truly owned your own business, right? Because if you own your own business or have been in a scenario where you've worked for a very small business, something like that, you get to feel you get to feel the ups, the downs, you get to shoulder the same burdens because you're in it, right? And I think that's helped me to be successful because the people who I work for know that it's all or nothing. There's no in between, right? If I start to coast, then I need to be on my way out because I'm done, right? We've disconnected from each other. But it's not, that's I think I do that with everything, right? Like working out. I've been injured for 10 years, right? But I can't stop working out because I'm just committed to it, right? I'm more committed to the end result than healing in the middle, right? And I'm also very vain, so that doesn't help.
No,
but I think those are the things, right, that have helped me. And again, I appreciate you saying, but I don't know if that makes me any different. But I have, when I'm connected to something, it's my reputation on the line too, right? So if it's not my business and someone says, well, that place sucks, and I work there, shame on me, because I just can't have that, right? I want people to associate the things that I have my hands in differently than they do the norm, I guess.